Benny Andersson, one of the musical geniuses behind the world-famous Swedish group ABBA, has lived a life most artists can only dream of. At 78, he remains a towering figure in the music industry, celebrated for timeless hits like Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, and The Winner Takes It All. Yet beneath the glittering fame and decades of adoration, Benny has finally revealed something that fans had long suspected but often chose to deny. His recent admissions shed light on the personal and professional struggles that shaped his career, proving once again that behind every global icon lies a very human story. Benny's journey began in Stockholm, Sweden, where his early fascination with music quickly set him apart. By his teenage years, he was already playing keyboards in local bands, honing the skills that would later make him one of the most influential songwriters of his generation. When he teamed up with Björn Ulvaeus, Agnetha Fältskog, and Anni-Frid Lyngstad, the group we now know as ABBA was born. Their blend of catchy melodies, heartfelt lyrics, and unmatched harmonies transformed them into one of the most successful pop acts of all time. But what fans often denied, or perhaps didn't want to believe, was the cost of that success. ABBA's story wasn't just one of triumph. It was also one of intense pressure, personal heartbreak, and emotional sacrifice. In his recent reflections, Benny finally confirmed the weight of those years, acknowledging that fame came with a price he and his bandmates could not fully anticipate. The global tours, the constant scrutiny, and the expectations of perfection left little room for normalcy. At the heart of it all was the complicated web of personal relationships within ABBA. Both Benny and Björn were married to their fellow bandmates, Agnetha and Anni-Frid. While this dynamic gave the group a unique chemistry on stage, it also led to heartbreaking consequences off stage. The divorces that followed not only fractured their personal lives, but also cast a shadow over the band's unity. Fans often tried to downplay the impact of these splits, insisting that the music mattered more. But Benny has now admitted that the emotional toll was far greater than the public ever realized. For years, people denied that ABBA's breakup was as painful as it truly was. They wanted to believe the group simply moved on, but Benny's honesty confirms that the end of ABBA was a heartbreaking chapter filled with regret and sorrow. He has confessed that while their songs often spoke of love, loss, and resilience, many of those lyrics reflected their real-life struggles, especially during the group's final years together. Even beyond ABBA, Benny has faced challenges. While he went on to create successful projects like the hit musical Mamma Mia and other collaborations with Björn, he has also battled personal demons, including struggles with alcohol earlier in his life. Now, in his later years, he looks back with more clarity, admitting that mistakes were made and sacrifices were unavoidable. Yet, despite the tragedies and heartaches, Benny's legacy is extraordinary. He has given the world some of the most enduring music ever written, songs that continue to inspire joy and nostalgia across generations. At 78, his confirmation of the painful truths fans once denied doesn't diminish his achievements. It humanizes them. It reminds us that even icons must navigate heartbreak, failure, and personal loss along the way. Benny Andersson's story is both inspiring and sobering. While the world saw him as a pop legend, he lived through struggles that many refused to acknowledge. By finally confirming what was long denied, he has given fans not just music to dance to, but lessons in resilience, honesty, and the reality of life behind the fame.